So in this next section, I'm going to show you a real-life example of online arbitrage in action. So I'm going to scroll over here to my Chrome browser, and you'll see the product here on Amazon Canada. This is actually an example of international arbitrage, but the principles apply whether you're selling within the US or within Canada. The concepts are the same, but this one happened to be an international retail arbitrage item. So here you can see we have the Kicking Horse coffee beans, and on Amazon Canada, the buy box right now on this is $11.98 Canadian. If I hop over to Amazon.com, we can see the same coffee is selling for $27.44 US. Okay? So right away, you can see that that's selling for more than I can buy that for in Canada. Just how much more? Well, let's take a look. I have a really handy extension called Jungle Scout Pro, and when I click on this, it shows me right away what my net profit is on this, along with the estimated number of monthly sales. And this is a very approximate number. And so in this case, I see here, I would make, after Amazon takes its fees, $18.61 net profit if I sold this item at the current buy box price of $27.44. So what I need to do now is calculate that back into Canadian dollars, that $18.61 US. I need to calculate back into Canadian dollars because I'm buying this in Canada and I'm based in Canada and I'm buying it for $11.98 Canadian. So what is $18.61 US in Canadian dollars? I use a handy site called xe.com, and it'll convert live in real time US dollars to Canadian and vice versa, and to any currency for that matter. So the amount we're looking for is $18.61 US, 61 US, into Canadian is $25.03 Canadian at the current exchange rate. So that's my net profit if I sold this on Amazon today. So $25.03 minus my buy cost in Canada of $11.98. That means I stand to make $13 Canadian for every bag of 1 pound coffee that I sell on Amazon.com. Isn't that simple? So that's more than double my money. In fact, that's 109% ROI almost. That's a pretty good return on your investment. And if we look at the estimated number of sales, I could sell approximately 21 of these bags each month if I won the buy box most of the time. And so if we were to calculate that out, we would end up with a pretty decent profit every month. Now, I've already done the math on this slide here. The numbers have changed a little bit with the exchange rate since then. So let's go back and say after fees, I'm making $12.95 Canadian profit on this item. And by the way, this did used to be one of my best sellers in 2017. I don't do arbitrage much at all anymore. I'm pretty much all wholesale, so I'm sharing this with you. If we extrapolate this out a little bit, you can find here, if we go back to the website, I can get my price down even further on this. If I go to subscribe and save with Amazon, I could save up to an additional 15% if I ordered that along with a bunch of other things each month on Amazon. So I can get my costs down even further if I wanted to actually on this too, which is always nice to know. But looking at the profit numbers, if you bought 25 of these on Amazon Canada, that would turn your investment of $299.50, that's how much you're spending to buy them on Amazon Canada, into $623.45 Canadian. That's a $323.94 profit, more than doubling your initial money that you spent on Amazon. That's a pretty good return on your investment. I think you'd be hard-pressed to find that kind of a return anywhere in the markets or anywhere online for that matter. It's one of the beauties of online arbitrage. And this actually isn't one of the highest grossing profits I've sold. This is just one example. So if you imagine doing that 10 times a month with a similar product to this, similar profit margin, you'd be making around $3,200 a month in profit. That's more than some people make in a day job, and you could do this working way less hours as well, right? So hopefully I've got your attention now. This is just one product, and there are literally hundreds of thousands of products out there like this, and a lot of new sellers are able to sell many of these products as well. The best part with online arbitrage is that you never have to see or touch the products either. You can have it shipped to a prep company, which I'll get into next, who will receive, label, package it, and forward it to Amazon for you. So you'll never have to deal with products yourself. And I'm going to get down here. I'm going to show the cost breakdown and reiterate how that you don't need to see or touch the product. So basically, let's extrapolate this out a little bit. If you were able to find 25 products like the one I just showed you, 25 products times $12.95 net profit each, and you made 10 sales a month of those, for example, it's an arbitrary number for ease of math, that means you're making about $3,275.50 per month per product. Now, if we went further with that, if you're able to find 50 products, which you could certainly do, that would be $6,551 a month. If you did 100 products, that's $13,102 a month. I've made over $25,000 in a single month doing online arbitrage, guys. This stuff works. People don't believe the numbers, but if you can do the concept, you can figure out the concept, and you can invest the capital and find the deals, the numbers get bigger. You just add zeros to that. It's a great way to scale your business, and I'm sure once you've tested this out and you learn some of the strategies on how to find products, it's something you're going to want to test out.